Hello, welcome to another manga spotlight. This is Time Stop Brave. This is an isekai. I know that's kind of like a running theme that I'm having with these manga spotlights. What can I say? I read a lot of isekais. I do read other genres for other stories, but some of the other stories that I read are already kind of well known, and I really don't want to do a spotlight on those. I kind of want to give spotlights to series that people might not have heard of. But I'm going to try and see if maybe for the next video I can find something that's in a different genre. But yeah, this is Time Stop Brave, and like pretty much every isekai, the title kind of gives away what it's about. And if you guys haven't figured it out yet, you will as I explain what the series is about. So we start off with basically our two main characters. We have Kuzuno Sekai, he's the guy that you see holding the teddy bear panties. And then we have Nina, who is the owner of said panties. And as you can see, they're both thrown in prison. And we kind of get the story where Kuzuno explains to Nina why he's in the prison, how he got there, and all that stuff. So we start off with him in his regular world where a photo of him doing something gets uploaded onto the internet and it gets like a bunch of retweets and views and stuff like that. We never really see what the photo is, but it's something embarrassing or something despicable because we have basically people poking fun at him. We have people saying that they're going to identify his school and report him. We have other people saying that, I wish you would disappear, you're a social waste. So we have a lot of cyberbullying, which is kind of awkward to talk about now because of the whole thing with Hana that happened just recently, which is very tragic. I liked her. She was awesome in Stardom. But anyways, he gets cyberbullied and he's pretty much like, I don't want to live in this world anymore. And all of a sudden he wakes up and he's in this fantasy world. Like pretty much every isekai is always a fantasy world, which is why that one video that I did last week where we went to the sci-fi world was pretty awesome just because I never see that. I always see fantasy isekais. I never see like sci-fi isekais, or if it is sci-fi, it's fantasy with some sci-fi elements, kind of like the Final Fantasy games. I never see like pure sci-fi space adventures isekai other than that one that I reviewed. So kind of off topic, but if you guys know of any other ones like that, please let me know. I know there's stuff like Flash Gordon and things like that, which again, awesome. But if you guys know any mangas, let me know. But anyways, he's in this fantasy world and he realizes the only thing he really has on him other than the clothes on his back is his controller. He realizes that when he presses a button, everything freezes, like the world pauses, so he can control time, hence the time stop in the title. And he uses that to basically look at women. And there's a running gag where he goes around and he lifts up the dress of women and pulls down their panties and he basically checks their butts and their other parts. This isn't a hentai or anything. He doesn't do anything else to them. He just kind of looks and he's like, oh, okay, and then he dresses them back up and he goes along his merry way. If you guys are watching this on the BitChute version, you guys can see the uncensored panels. But yeah, he does this constantly. So he basically just runs around. He starts doing this, just running from girl to girl, lifting up their dress, looking at their parts, and then he goes and he takes a nap. And the next day he wakes up and he sees that there's a time limit display. This one has 3 days left, and he realizes, oh crap, is this like what happens when the time runs out? Do I die? And that's pretty much what he assumes. He assumes that if the time goes out, he dies. So his conclusion is, okay, well, if this is like a video game, the only way to beat the game is by fighting the boss. So he goes and he grabs a sword and he rushes out and he finds like orcs and goblins and stuff like that. And he basically freezes time, kills them, continues on his way. Eventually he realizes that fighting all these goblins and stuff isn't doing anything to help him. So one thing that he does is he decides, okay, there's this tournament going on that the prisoners of this kingdom like have to fight this giant beast, and if they beat the beast, then they get to go scot-free. And everyone who's fought it has died. So he realizes, okay, maybe this beast is the boss. So he allows himself to be thrown in prison, and then of course he uses the time stop to grab the keys, rush to the weaponsmith, look at her ass, and then make some duplicate keys, which he then uses to free himself. And he gives like a set to Nina so she can leave as well. But anyways, he allows himself to be taken to the Colosseum, where we have a princess and a king kind of discussing about, the tournament that's about to happen. The princess is kind of against it because she sees it as very violent. The king is kind of all for it. And of course, he uses that opportunity to freeze time and check out the princess's vagina before going back to fight the beast. And the beast is a giant sandworm. And everyone is pretty much like thinking to themselves, well, this guy's dead. There's no way he's going to beat this beast. He's very like, our hero is very unassuming. He doesn't look like a warrior or anything like that. So he freezes time. He starts fighting the beast. He realizes that nothing that he does is putting a scratch on this creature. He even rushes out, grabs a new sword, comes back. Everything he does isn't working. So he keeps time frozen, and he keeps time frozen for 275 days while he does like push-ups, and he just starts working out, and he decides to get stronger. And you may be wondering, wait, I thought he only had like 3 days left to live. The timer doesn't count down when everything is paused, which does kind of put a plot hole in this, because my thinking is just, if time doesn't go down when it's paused, and you can keep paused forever, obviously you can keep paused for 275 days straight with no problem. Why not just keep the world paused, go around, kill every creature that you can come across, and then unpause it, and then see, like, hey, is the time limit still going? I guess his reason for that is that it would be faster for him if he is able to keep the world going at its regular pace and asking people for, giant monsters to fight. So we have him and he fights the sandworm. Before he fights, I thought this was kind of funny. Like he has named the sandworm, and he's named the sandworm the Senkichi, and he's basically like, my memories with you, I'll never forget them. And it shows him like messing around with the sandworm, having basically like camping under its belly and like doing poses with it, because the sandworm can't do anything while it's paused. So he's basically been with the sandworm for 275 days. So I thought that was kind of like a funny thing. Anyways, of course, he beats it, he kills it, and then he realizes, oh crap, the timer's still going. But the princess kind of realizes, hey, like he beat this beast that no one can. Maybe he's the brave warrior. Hence, brave. Time stop brave. He basically is set on a dangerous quest. Well, he tells the king, like, hey, what's your most dangerous quest you have? Like, what's the biggest monster that you know of? And then the king tells him, and he goes out to try to defeat this creature. And the story is basically him constantly coming across different monsters, fighting them, realizing that they're not the creature he needs to kill, and the timer's still going, and then just trying to look for the next one. And then there's a bunch of like shenanigans and stuff thrown in, but I'm not going to spoil any of that because the series so far only has 4 chapters. What I've discussed here is only chapter 1, and that's as far as I'm going to go because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I do want you guys to go check it out yourself. It's a funny series so far. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please check out the series. Again, this is Time Stop Brave. Only 4 chapters so far, but it's a pretty funny 4 chapters. The main character I like him. He's likable. I don't know how you guys feel about having a hero stopping time so he can look at, women's private parts. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there who would be doing something similar if you had the ability to stop time. Like, don't even try to say otherwise. But yeah, the character is pretty likable. Of course, Nina joins him. She's not annoying, thank God. That's like one of the worst is when you find like a good series but with annoying side characters. I haven't found her annoying at all so far. But yeah, it's a good, lighthearted, comedic series that doesn't really take itself too seriously. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell for notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, feel free to comment down below, all that cool jazz. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.